is up? It's your girl, Loveatiya. Oh my God, in this YouTube video, you can see straight in where I don't have a tooth. Woo, welcome to the Loveatiya experience. I can't stop looking at my lack of tooth now. Okay, it's okay. Raise your hand if you don't have a tooth in the back. All right, shout out to you. Hello, welcome to episode 4. I'm so excited. Y'all know that I have to do my sponsorship spiel because my sponsorship is me. So this video or this audio, this podcast is brought to you by Ethereal by Loveatiya. Did y'all know that I own this self-care brand? It's a hair and a skincare brand, and it was created to, one, enhance my own confidence. I literally just needed products to make me feel better about myself. So I created Ethereal. But two, to enhance the self-love and self-care routine within everyone on this planet. Like, whoever can get a hand on Ethereal, please get it because you deserve it. My mom and I, she's the owner of Imani Jewelry, which is an amazing jewelry company. Y'all have heard me shout it out before. We hosted a spa night Saturday night, and that was so amazing. Okay, so confession, it's Monday and I'm recording this today. Okay, guys, so let me just tell you, like, this week has been a lot. This week has been a lot. My aunt got hit by a car, my uncle died, and then my other aunt died last month. And like, yeah, you might be thinking like, damn it, that was last month. But still, I'm affected. So it's been a lot. But I was actually really looking forward to making this podcast for y'all. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm actually in better spirits than I thought I'd be. Now, I have some things I want to talk about. I'm just going to give you an overall view of what this episode is going to be about. I'm going to talk to y'all about how I learned that narcissists don't like to cuddle. We're going to do a shout out for the toy of the month. I'm going to tell y'all about my stepsister and some interesting information about that. And we're going to talk about stepmama drama. Also, I want to touch on Why Sex Hurts, which is this amazing book that I got from Shops Adore. Y'all already know. Love me some Shops Adore. And then we're going to talk about my very first lesbian relationship, which in turn ended up being my first poly relationship. I know. This may be new information to you because a lot of people actually didn't even know when I was in this. I use the word relationship very loosely, but we'll dive into that. So there's a lot to uncover, so let's just start. I went on Bumble, and that's how I met the very first guy that I had sex with, right? I told y'all the guy that I was watching Kill Bill. All right, so I'm trying to go in chronological order of these sexual experiences. So I go back on Bumble after him because obviously he's not the one. And I'm like, I'm really into women. I was on Bumble, I was on Tinder, and one thing I'm gonna tell you is that Tinder bitches is crazy. But anyways, I was on Tinder, I was on Bumble, and I was on Hinge, trying to get a chance. Just give me one more chance. Give me one more chance. Like, just give me a chance. Finally, after so many attempts, because it's literally like after you tell somebody that you're bisexual, you get deaded. You just get deaded. So I met a girl, a woman, and she was stunning. And my nipples are getting hard talking about her. I couldn't believe that somebody so beautiful would want to talk to me and would want to give me a chance. And I remember the line that had me addicted was, she was like, you can experiment on me. And I was like, oh, baby, ain't no experiments, and I'm in love. So the first day we ended up exchanging numbers. And on that very first day I fell in love, she told me that she was polyamorous. I know that there's polyandry, polygamy, and polygyny. One of them is when the guy can only have wives. One of them is when the woman can only have husbands. I know polyamory is when you can both have different partners, and I'm not sure what the other one is. So this is my first time, though, and being around a poly person. And this was really eye-opening to me because I just got out of an extremely possessive, abusive, toxic, unhealthy, jealous relationship. So to go from my mind constantly worrying about being cheated on and constantly being violated and constantly being just disrespected utterly, to now being with somebody who has a full-blown boyfriend. That was a lot. I go to meet up with her, I want to say maybe a week after she tells me that she's poly, and this is our first time meeting up. Now, I know that she has a boyfriend, right? So I meet up with her outside of her house, outside of her friend's house, actually. We're in the car, we're talking. Did we have our first kiss in the car? Why do I feel like we may have had our first kiss in the car? or maybe I just remember like looking at her lips the entire time. But we were smoking in the car, and then my bladder was crazy. So she was like, well, we can use my bathroom in my house. What I don't know and what I'm not aware of is that her boyfriend lives with her. They live together. Having a boyfriend and having a partner that you live with are two fucking different things. Also, didn't know that they had been together for 2 years. Well, child, it's a lot. So I go in the house, I go in the bathroom, I come out the bathroom, I meet the boyfriend. They had a studio in their house, so he's really cool. And then me and her go to like her little nook in the corner, like to like a sunroom. So we're just chilling and hanging out. He finishes his session. He comes in. Now we're all talking and all bonding. Somehow I share with her that I rap. She's like, let's record. So I go into the studio. This is the first night we meet. And I literally record a song. Called Kinks. Oh my fuck. Okay, if you remember, I'm going to put Kinks at the end of this video so that you can hear what it sounds like. If you're a love bug, you just gotta sign up on my website. I'm gonna put it at the end. It's not mastered or anything like that. Literally, it's probably recorded. Like, I don't have their version, but I have it on my phone. If anything, I'll just re-record it. But yeah, that was random as fuck. Now, I didn't know if he knew that we met on Bumble. So I'm playing it cool, like maybe we're just friends and whatnot. You like, maybe that's what he's thinking. I know that we did end up having our first kiss. Did we have our first kiss that night? We might not have had our first kiss that night, y'all. We might not, because I feel like I remember playing the song, I should have kissed you. I should have showed you. Yeah, that was my song. Oh my God, I have my phone. Oh my God, that's my song. Oh my flashbacks. Okay. By Chris Brown. So, I apparently don't really remember like the specific dates and details and shit. But let's just do milestones. Milestone number 1 was the first kiss. Oh my God. It was like kissing myself. It was like kissing myself. I'm so gay. Because the way that can you... I have literal goosebumps. If you're on YouTube or my website, I literally have goosebumps all over. No, this is insane. Okay. Oh my God. I'm not going to get through this story in time because it's just too much. So the first kiss was like kissing myself, y'all. I don't know why nobody says this. Women's lips. If you're a dude and you don't like kissing, I'm sorry, you're gay. Like, I'm sorry, and it's okay if you're gay. Like, we need to not use gay as like a thing that's bad. Like, being gay is lit. Like, best sex ever. Best sex ever. Okay, speaking of sex, we had sex for the first time in our car. And that's romantic. Now that I think about it, why is that a thing? Because my other lesbian situation, that one day, we fucking ate each other out in the car. And I said I didn't want to do that shit. And we still did it. And then she apologized for it afterwards. But it doesn't take away the moment. So I remember one thing about her was that we used to always have to hide from her boyfriend. And let me just make sure that y'all understand that he was monogamous. He was very fucking monogamous. So he'd like walk, like we'd be sitting in the car outside of the house, and he'd like walk by the car, and then like she'd jump, like, cause he'd like look in the car, and then we'd be like, hey, and then he'd like want to talk for a second, and then she'd try to find ways to like make him go. So we would drive around the neighborhood looking for places to like park and like fuck around. The most interesting part about it is that I don't really remember her giving me head. And like, I know it happened because I do remember like at one point she was like bent over me. Okay, we'll get to that part. But in the car, I ate pussy for the first time ever. Hold up, it's the 10-minute mark. If you want to listen to this podcast in its fullness. What am I trying to say? If you want to listen to this podcast and the whole episode, you can head to any podcast streaming platform and look up the iloveatiya experience. You'll be able to hear the whole episode. I love you so, so much, to the moon and beyond. And thank you for listening.